We're calling in the Sharks to help out small businesses and answer your questions as everyone tries to navigate this economy.
Yeah, we certainly have a lot to discuss today with the federal government announcing those new details about programs to help small businesses hold on to their employees. And it's April 1st, so rent is due right now for millions of people. We have Robert Herjavec and Rohan Oza joining us now to answer all of those questions.
And gentlemen, thank you for joining us. And rent abatement is one of Google's top trends right now. The rent is due. Today is the day, but a lot of companies cannot pay because of these forced closures. So, Robert, what should they do?
Well, good morning, Michael. And first of all, I want to thank all the doctors and nurses out there from the Shark Tank family and the first responders in this amazing time. You've got to turn your assets into cold, hard cash right now. And don't forget, you're not the only one in this boat. Tell your landlord, be transparent, but your priority right now needs to be hoarding cash and making sure you're going to survive. A lot of people aren't going to pay their rent today. That's just the facts.
Yep, and so just be honest and communicate. We have some viewer questions for you both, so let's start with Jessica, who owns a small business. Let's take a listen.
I'm the owner of Yoga Baby Clothing, which is a comfortable clothing brand for babies and toddlers. My question for you is, in a time like this where consumers are really only purchasing the necessities, how can I still grow my e-commerce business?
Rohan, what do you think?
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me. You know, it's a tough time all around for everybody. And obviously, when this first occurred, everyone is buying essentials, food, beverage, cleaning supplies, the infamous, toilet paper scandal. But I think that as purchasing behaviors start to have a degree of normality to them, people are going to need baby clothes. Babies every month are going to outgrow their clothes. And so Jessica has a business that is essential. It may not seem as essential as buying food day one, but is essential on an ongoing basis. And she's grown up in the e-commerce platform. All of our brands are switching to e-commerce. And so she has that platform. Lean into that audience that she has, not just on her website, but on other Amazon Marketplace, Etsy. Treat the e-commerce world as different stores, and then lean into your community. She's built her brand with the community. Lean into that community and be creative. People are looking for moments of happiness and lightness, and nothing better than babies to deliver that. So figure out how to develop content with your community, with these kids, and this community today, you lean into them, will give you a much bigger business tomorrow.
Yeah, and Robert, you say being in this space is a good thing right now.
Yeah, I disagree with Rohan. People aren't switching to e-commerce. There is only e-commerce right now. I have 2-year-old twins at home, and my wife may not watch the news every day, but I'll tell you this, she goes to her mommy group email and blog every single day. Go to your closed loop communities online right now, because in this age where we can't touch each other or see each other physically, you tend to trust the people that you know. And that closed loop community is what my wife and so many other mothers right now are churning to.
And you guys, the federal government just gave guidelines to small business owners about incentive to hold on to their workers. It's called the Employee Retention Credit. It's available to all businesses. And our viewer Dana has a question about it. So let's watch.
I own a hair salon in the Bronx. We were mandated closed about 2 weeks ago, and it was just extended for another 2 weeks. So that's taking us to 4 weeks without any revenue. What's the best guidance I could give my staff? Should they collect unemployment, or should we wait for the disaster relief loans to come in and then retro pay them? I'm looking for the fastest and smartest way that we could help them.
And Robert, can you tell us a little bit about the considerations for small business owners?
Yeah, Michael, the very first thing is, people like Dana, you've got to make sure that you can survive. There's no point in getting a credit if you can't keep your doors open. So rule number one is, can you make it to the point where their credit actually helps you? The second point is, get informed. There's a lot of information out there. Look it up online. Make sure you qualify and apply early.
And Rohan, you say that the key to using this $350 million or billion-dollar small business program is just knowing how to use it.
You're right, Michael. The government passed the biggest stimulus package in history. You've got to figure out what you are due. What is yours? Now, it's a 900-page document, which is tough to go through. And one of the things that I found is, where can you find cheat sheets for what's due to you? The U.S. Chamber of Commerce actually has a great one in 4 pages. It summarizes the 4 or 5 major packages, whether it's long-term loans at cheap interest rates, whether it's grants that can be forgiven, whether it's payroll benefits you can get, loans if you don't lay people off. I think try and find those cheat sheets and see what's due to you so you can get your business to stretch out longer during this tough time.
Well, Robert and Rohan, thank you guys for joining us. I had friends reach out to me yesterday and say how helpful that this Ask the Shark segment is. So thank you guys for contributing to it today, this morning. We appreciate you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.